Hey, what's up everybody? We're back, and in this video I want to address something that's been concerning me for a while with the Nintendo community. You know, everyone seems to be really scared or really worried or afraid that Nintendo's going to release the NX console and it's going to be basically a gimmick console, right? When I say gimmick, it's going to have something about it that's going to be completely different from the competition. You know, like with the Wii, it had motion controls, it had wand controllers, nunchucks. I think the Wii had the most different controllers in history, like as far as how many different controllers could work with it. And it worked for quite a long time, casual gamers, right? But the novelty wore off after a few years, and the older people that played it for bowling, for tennis, and you know, the Wii Sports package, and then the younger kids moved on to tablets. You know, so those gamers moved away from Nintendo. So then you had the core gamers that were left over, and then when the Wii U came out, those gamers moved on to the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and so forth. So people are really scared. I've been seeing it in the comment sections on forums and everything, that Nintendo is going to release a console that is based upon a gimmick and solely upon a gimmick. They're really worried about that. Yet something that for some reason people don't understand or don't get, they just can't wrap their heads around it, is that Nintendo already moved away from gimmicky controls basically with the Wii U. After the first year the Wii U launched, the quote-unquote gimmick of the gamepad didn't go over very well. So they moved away from incorporating the gamepad in their games until basically they've kind of forced themselves to do it with Star Fox Zero, you know, a proof of concept type of game. Besides that, they had plenty of games that didn't even use the gamepad, right? Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 8. Those games didn't even use the gamepad at all, barely. So what did they use? They used standard controls, right? Now, fast forward to E3 2016, the only game Nintendo has officially announced for the NX is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, to be released on launch day with the NX console along with the Wii U version, right? Now, the game was said by Miyamoto and the others who are developing the game at Nintendo that the game will control the same or have the same gameplay on the NX version as the Wii U version. Now, the Wii U version, the one that I played at E3, has standard controls. You move with the analog sticks and you push the buttons to attack and select items. There was no gamepad functionality at all in that game. They said so themselves that the gamepad looking down and back and forth between a screen would disrupt the gameplay and the immersion of the game. So for those of you that are extremely worried about some big gimmick that the NX is going to have that's going to take you away from your core game, or it's going to not focus on core gamers, just look no farther than The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Look at how that game is. It's an open world experience. It's going to be an NX launch game. So you can bet that they're going to be pushing the technical aspect of that game further with the NX version, and the gameplay of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will not be sacrificed, right? So you'll still be able to play the same experience on the NX as you could on the Wii U. Standard controls will be an option. So basically the NX will likely have a standard control option, whether or not they choose to radically change the controller or not. But my bet is that they're not going to do that, because they already tried that twice in a row and the gimmicky stuff is done. It really is. I think everyone's tired of it. They want to have a way to play games that is intuitive for gamers now. They want something to move forward gamers, basically. And gamers are for the most part playing games on PS4 and Xbox One and PC, and still got, you know, 13 million or so on the Wii U, of course. So they still have an audience to get satisfied and to get back from what they lost with the Wii and the GameCube era there. So basically, the quote-unquote gimmick that the NX will have, I really don't think will be something that hinders your core gamer experience. So what does Nintendo have left to impress? Well, they need to be competitive on the hardware scale to get those gamers back. And of course, you put these things together, you have really cheap, affordable graphics cards by AMD that is just not expensive at all anymore. This technology is getting to the point where having great graphics and great processing power is not that expensive. So that's why I think the NX is not going to be solely focused on some gimmick that's going to alienate you, the Nintendo fan, and scare you away, or scare gamers away, or scare third parties away. I think Nintendo basically already said that at E3 with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That game is going to be their type of focus that they're going forward. It's an open world game, so they're going to need more processing power to make the game look as best as it can on the NX hardware. So that's my thought on that, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you have these kind of doubts in your mind about the NX? It's going to be focused on some gimmick. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know what you think. Leave a comment, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll talk to you very soon on the next video. Take care.